lovelies, welcome back to my ASMR channel. Guess who's back? And me as well, since I haven't filmed in a while. My mic is broken, hence we are using these cuties today. And I actually recorded a whole video packing my makeup bag and everything for a trip, and the sound just cut off. And I had 1 hour of material without a sound and realized that my Blue Yeti has, well, had seen better times, let's say it like that. So I tried to figure things out and decided to film this video nonetheless with these microphones today. And since we are in a judgy mood and we're having a sleepover, I figured we would read some Am I the A-hole threads and judge while we are comfy in my bed, and you guys hopefully do, so that we can all relax a little bit. Also, I got nails, so you know that them videos with these nails are gonna come up soon. But without further ado, let's hop right into today's Am I the A-hole stories. So, we're gonna start with a rather controversial one that is called Am I the A-hole for telling my mother-in-law I want to F her son? Off to a good start. Anyway, let's see. So I'm reading these stories without knowing what they are exactly. I just choose them by the title. So I'm gonna be as shocked as you are, and so is she. And Georgie, well, he's just gonna snooze through it all probably. So, my 28 female husband, 31 male, had to spend 2 months in a different state for work. He came back 9 days ago. I'm obviously thrilled he's back. I have missed him a lot. I was hoping we could be able to spend some time together. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. We will make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. You and I. Okay. However, his mom, 56, female, obviously, came over when he was supposed to come home. I was slightly annoyed, but I know she was just excited for her son to be back. However, she never left. Like, I was prepared to deal with her being there for a day or 2, but not 9 days. Because she's been here for 9 days, we haven't had a second of time together. She insists of staying here instead of a hotel. For the record, she lives an hour away. Okay. The guest room is right next to ours, and the walls are thin. When the 2 of us go out, she comes with us, or makes one of us stay with her, because otherwise we would be bad hosts. She follows us around the house constantly. We want to cuddle and watch movies. She's sitting in the armchair. We want to go to a romantic restaurant. Better make that table for 3. We have even left her in the living room to go chat in our room, and she follows us. Oh my god, that's obsessive. Yeah. Earlier today, I just asked her to leave, even though both of us have been hinting that she needs to go. She kept saying she wasn't ready to go yet and wanted more time with her son. I tried to telling her we wanted some alone time, and she kept insisting that she join us. Finally, I snapped and said, "Since you seem to be oblivious, I will put this bluntly. I want to F your son. If you don't want to see or hear, then you need to leave." She keeps telling my husband that he shouldn't be with someone so crude. And how dare he let me speak to her like that? I'm sure you get the idea. I know what I said was really inappropriate, so am I the a-hole? Edit. After reading these comments, I will definitely let my husband know he needs to step up. I agree that I should have been, that it should have been him who made her leave. I love him to death and want to be accommodating to his fear of making her angry. She's nasty when she's angry and will turn the whole family against him. However, he needs to set boundaries. So, what do you think? I'm gonna let you start judging.
Well, I don't think she's the asshole. Because like she clearly doesn't want to get the hints. I mean, they tried to make it like more subtle, like to tell her, "Could you please, like, you know, we need alone time and everything." And so at one point, it's natural for someone to snap. However, I think she could have phrased it a bit more elegantly, so that now, like, she wouldn't even have to ask herself if she's the asshole or not, the a-hole or not. I'm sorry, it's okay.
I don't think we will get flagged from YouTube because of that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like I would have snapped too eventually because, I mean, if you live just 1 hour away, you can just come visit and go home. Like, why would you stay overnight? It's an hour drive. I mean, and if you want to stay overnight, like, just stay a day, I don't know, and then follow everywhere. I mean, as a couple, you want to have your private time, even if it's not about sexual things. Just being able to be you. What do you think, Georgie?
He has a clear opinion on that.
He thinks everything's just boring. But what do you guys think? Maybe let us know in the comments. So, the second one is called Am I the a-hole for switching to regular milk to prove my lactose-intolerant roommate keeps stealing from me? Oh,
That's gonna be a shitty situation. This is going to be a shitty situation. Literally.
Literally. Anyway, okay. Me and two other guys share an apartment together and we split all bills. The only thing we don't split costs on is groceries. Everyone's in charge of buying their own food and we don't touch whatever doesn't belong to us in the fridge. We put our names on everything so no one gets mixed up. This issue has been going on almost a year and I'm sick of it. My roommates are this person even put the first letter of the name, so you know that this is petty. Okay, R keeps stealing my food. So I think like when he reads this Reddit story, he knows that he's the one who's
exactly who he means.
R keeps stealing my food. I get home from work and containers with my leftovers are sometimes missing. They have my name written on it, or my stuff finishes too quick. My gallon of milk, for same early morning shifts around the same area, so I know it's not him. It's always after we get back home and ours already left for work that I notice my food is gone. My roommate also had a similar problem, but not as often as I do. I am guessing because R doesn't like what he buys. The funny thing is, R buys a lot of food for himself and is even more stingy about his food. He will literally point out what's his when he comes back from grocery shopping and tells us not to touch it. Last week my milk was nearly empty again, and I got fed up when I went to the liquor store and bought regular dairy milk. I drank what was left of my almond. Georgie has an opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You already decided that R is the asshole. We haven't even got to the end of the story. Because sharing is caring for him, you know. He always wants a bit of that goody milk. Okay.
I drank what was left of my almond milk and refilled the gallon with the one I bought. This was to catch proof R is the one stealing.
That is evil.
Since he's lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerant, Okay. The next day, Saturday, we get back home from work and R is pissed. He yelled at me that he was stuck in the bathroom for 40 minutes with diarrhea because of my milk.
Well, R, hot take, but if you wouldn't steal milk.
Like, because of my milk. It's clocking, isn't it? Okay. Is it clocking my milk? Okay.
Is it clocking to you?
He was using it to make a shake. I only responded with, so then you're the one who's been stealing. No, no, no. He freaking exploded, so that would be the second time that night. Yeah, he admitted he was sometimes drinking my milk and eating my food, but he was more mad that I switched the milks than the fact that he was caught. I told him I would have done that if he'd just stop taking my stuff from the fridge, or at least told the truth instead of trying to make it seem like I was making it up. My roommate backed me up and thought it was kind of funny. He got a payback for stealing from us. It's a little tense right now, and my roommate told me R is trying to convince him to agree to kick me out. Little does he know, we're both looking to move somewhere else together because we are sick of his shit, literally. He told some buddies what happened, and if you think it was an a-hole for that, I was an a-hole for that. I feel like I'm not in the wrong here. He was taking my food and not even owning it up to it, and I wanted to prove it. That's what makes me the a-hole. Oh my god, do you want to go first?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well, I don't think that he is the a-hole. I mean, R clearly stole his food all the time. And I think, like, it's just a harmless prank. I mean, yeah, he had diarrhea for a while.
40 minutes to be exact.
Well, what's 40 minutes?
He counted it. was not.
Yes.
Well, he just put
He
it.
switched it.
Oh, true. True. But still, I mean, if you wouldn't steal my milk, you wouldn't have gotten the diarrhea, right? I mean, keep your hands to yourself. But it's always the stingy ones, the ones that absolutely would hate it if you took their food, that are completely oblivious to the fact that they're doing it themselves.
I mean, he could have asked.
Oh well, I think R is the a-hole for taking everyone's stuff.
Yeah, clearly.
Let's move on to the third and last judgy story for today.
We have judged enough.
And this is juicy. Even my dog judged. He had a lot to say about R. He was mad. Okay. Am I the a-hole for spoiling my best friend's proposal? Depends. I'm very, very affected by proposals. I have a lot to say about that.
Some would say she's engaged.
Okay, so I, 27 female, am getting married to my fiance, 27 male, in a little under 3 weeks. Everything has been going amazing with planning, and I'm ecstatic for the day. My best friend, Cassie, whom I've been friends with since we were 10, this person is likely not called Cassie, is my maid of honor. She's truly one of the best, sweetest people I've ever met, and has stuck with me through everything.
I have a feeling where this is going to.
Really?
Yeah. Probably her proposal will be at our wedding.
Oh my
That's why she's
god.
spoiling
Okay. We're taking bets. You heard it here first. Okay. She is truly one of the sweetest people I've ever met and has stuck with me for everything. She's been the biggest help in planning this whole ordeal, and I wouldn't trade her for the world. However, I've never been the biggest fan of her girlfriend, Sophie. I've always shown her respect and tried to include her in things, but she's a huge introvert and sometimes it can come off as disrespect in return. Cassie's own words. But they always seem to be very happy together, so I hope she warms up to me a little in time. They've only been together for a little over a year and a half. Several days ago, Sophie approached me asking me if it'd be okay if she proposed during my reception. You called it. She claimed it would be a great way for Cassie and I to bond more, having our weddings linked and all that. Not that we need any more time to bond, she's already my other half. I love Cassie to death, but I'd never allow that for anyone. I shut the idea down immediately, and Sophie got all pissy with me and left. She said something along the lines of, I don't need your permission anyway.
Bold move.
And walked out the door. This made me fearful that she'd attempt it anyway.
And she will.
Probably, so I went to Cassie. Needless to say, Cassie was mad. I never really seen her angry, but she was livid. She apologized profusely and said she couldn't believe Sophie would ever think of doing something like that. And that was the end of our conversation. However, 2 days ago, I got a call from Sophie berating me for spoiling her plan to propose, and was informed that Cassie would be attending the wedding by herself and is currently not speaking to her. I was concerned that wasn't the entire story, so I called Cassie. She was a mess, she said. She was staying with her parents right now and disinvited Sophie as her +1 because she was scared Sophie would propose anyway, given the chance, and she didn't want to ruin my wedding. I told her to come stay with me for a while instead, and she showed up several hours later. Still a complete mess. She said that her and Sophie had a huge fight, and she was reconsidering whether or not she wanted to stay in this relationship. According to Cassie, these huge fights are a common occurrence. I feel awful for ruining her proposal and potentially ruining her friendship. Cassie has been picking herself up in front of me and counting to be great with the last minute to-dos, but I've caught her crying while I'm not around. I love her and I don't want her to resent me for this, so I need to know, am I the a-hole? And is there anything I can do to fix this? Edit, I went to Cassie with all your comments and she broke down. We had a long moment in where Cassie finally told me how Sophie really treated her. She hadn't previously because she didn't want people to hate her girlfriend, but share details for Cassie's. I won't share details for Cassie's privacy, but needless to say, I no longer respect Sophie. I held her hand. She called Sophie to finally end things, and Cassie will be staying with me for a few weeks while we get her things from their shared apartment and find her a new place to stay. I've been asked her to house it during our honeymoon, more for her benefit than mine, but I won't share that bit with her. As many of you have said, I know I'm incredibly lucky to have Cassie in my life, and I'm so glad to be helping her into a new chapter of her life. We will be going out for dinner and drinks tomorrow with my fiance and a couple of mutual friends. On me, of course, as a huge thank you for everything she's done. Thank you for your kind comments, and I'll be sure next time to find Cassie a partner as sweet as she is. So,
as Cassie deserves.
Yes. Well, Cassie.
I mean, this is pretty much like self-explanatory. I don't think that she's the a-hole in this story because, like, if she wanted to propose, she could have chosen any other day, and I think that that's if she would know her girlfriend, because clearly she was against it, and she would have never wanted to spoil her best friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Then she would not
Propose
insist
on that day.
to propose at her wedding day.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of people that are cheap are proposing at other people's weddings because you have the setting, everything is already paid, everything is already decorated, everybody's dressed up, and
But then
I think that's like such a cheap cop out. I don't know, I hate
not
it.
necessarily cheap.
I think it is. Hot take, but I don't. I mean, you have any day of the week, like even if you don't want to do it big or whatever, you have every day of your life to propose to the person you want to. You don't have to take a moment away from somebody else.
That's true, but there's also occasions where they have planned it together.
Yeah, but that's something else.
Yeah, but if someone explicitly says that they don't want it to happen at their wedding day, and she goes ahead and is all smug about it, and goes
anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway, then I feel like,
I would have just stopped it if it would have happened.
Stop.
And I just been like, stop, get these two lunatics out of my wedding. But no, because Cassie is such a sweet, she's so sweet about it. I mean, a stand for Cassie because she's such a good friend. I mean, she's like, no, I don't want that, and you as my partner are not doing this to my best friend. And I think that's also something we always talk about. Like, I think in relationships, mutual respect is so important. Like, I would never want my best friend to disrespect my partner, but also I would never allow my partner
as he said goodbye.
He's already asleep, just like you should be. Good night.